Eddie Redmayne, Rosamund Pike, and Brad Pitt. We're at the Palm Springs Film Festival bringing you all of the inside scoop from the red carpet. What was the most difficult part of playing someone in the different stages of MND?
The most difficult part was that we didn't shoot it chronologically. So within the same day, you'd be playing. I was playing Stephen at different periods in his life, and so different physicalities, and just so trying to keep your head around all the specifics of the physicality. That's probably the most tricky part.
What initially drew you to Wild? It's such a great movie.
Oh, thank you. Cheryl's amazing memoir. It's such an incredible book. I fell madly in love with it, as I did Jean-Marc Vallée, who's a beautiful filmmaker. And Reese's, I've always loved her as an actor, but her fierce protection of it as a producer made it a very safe and amazing environment.
What was it like working with Reese?
Incredible. I love her so much. She's one of my favorite people on the planet, so I'm so excited to be here tonight and celebrate her.
The Imitation Game is such a phenomenal movie. I mean, amazing cast, great movie. What made you guys want to tell Alan Turing's story in general?
I think Alan Turing was a great hero of the 20th century who sadly most people don't know about. His tremendous accomplishments, his tremendous legacy was so hidden by history for so long. What we wanted to do was make a film that celebrated that legacy and showed the world who this fantastic person really was and what wonders he really accomplished.
Since this was a period movie, what kind of research did you guys do to make sure that it was historically accurate?
Like another ground.
Yeah, it takes a tremendous amount of research. When you're dealing with a real person and a real life, you want to tell that story faithfully and passionately. And I think one of the great parts about the process is that when everyone came on, every department head, every actor, they would read as much as they go off and do their own homework and read as much as they could about their own character or their own part of it, and everyone could kind of come together as this big family and share all that we could find about Alan Turing and the people around him and the world in which he lived.
And last question, is there anything that you guys did to keep it lighthearted on set?
Put on enormous parkas. We shot in the south of England in the winter, so it was freezing, and we had no heat in our studio. So mostly what we were doing was huddling together for warmth. England is a very cold place. Yeah.
I cut the movie in Santa Monica. It was lovely.
Oh, so you lucked out. You got the warmth. Tonight, you host this every year. It's such an amazing gala. So many amazing people are coming.
I am always blown away by, first of all, how great the crowds are out here on the street, and then getting inside and seeing how magnificent the room looks. Every year it's better and better, and I'm blown away because it takes so many people. It takes an army of people to volunteer their time and really pull this all together. So every year it gets better.
Your cast is getting an award tonight. Yes. What was it like working with them? It's such a phenomenal movie, by the way.
It's a brilliant cast. I mean, I couldn't be more proud of them. I mean, every actor I asked said yes. I sort of got my dream cast for this one. And the truth is, there was no drama. Everybody, it was almost like Alan Turing's spirit was hovering over us because everybody wanted to do justice to him. So everybody worked so hard, was so dedicated, and everybody wanted the others to do well. It was actually a very unique and special experience.
What was the one thing that you want viewers to take away from the movie and from telling Alan Turing's story?
I mean, first of all, learning about Alan Turing, I mean, he's one of the most important men of the last century, one of the big geniuses, who's saved millions of lives, invented the computer, and sort of pushed into the shadow of history. And also, I wanted to make a tribute about being different, about not being sort of burdened down by normality, about, Alan Turing is like the outsider's outsider, and how important it is to not fear those who are different than us.
What made you take on this story?
Well, I was expecting to do a biography of Stephen Hawking when I was sent the script. In fact, it was a love story about his marriage. And the fact that it had a very strong female point of view was very important to me as a filmmaker. I felt that having two equal voices in this story was the right way to go. So I was really drawn to the challenge of trying to make a film about a relationship, a marriage, as opposed to it being a biography of Stephen Hawking.
And were you nervous at all when he went in to go see the movie for the first time?
No, of course not. I was fine with it. No, it was the most terrifying experience you can imagine. Not least because it takes a while for Stephen to communicate his wishes or indeed his opinions. And so after the screening was over, we waited quite a long time for him to be able to make his pronouncement. So you're waiting maybe 15 minutes after the film is finished, is over, and you're filling that time with just inane babble of your own.
Just kind of like twiddling your thumbs, right? Freaking
talking,
out.
Talking foolishly in front of the smartest man in the world. So that was tough, but he's been very generous about it. We've seen it a couple of times now, and I think he's very comfortable with what we've done with the film.
That's it for the Palm Springs Film Festival. Make sure to stay tuned to AfterBuzz TV for all of your red carpet coverage.